is time for some prop bets. So you go ahead and set me up, Caleb, and I'm going to tell you if I agree or disagree with you. First of all, full disclaimer, how have you done gambling-wise this season so far?
Well, we talked about that yesterday on the teams. I haven't tracked my prop bets, but I am now 4 bets above 500, I believe 31-27 on the year. And on my best bets of the week, I am 7-3. So I'm at 70% on my best bets of the week, guys. Trust me on this. To quote the great Taylor Swift, best believe I'm still bejeweled. Okay, anyway.
Did you see me in a column? You better have, that I made a reference to Taylor Swift. I thought you would appreciate that. I said Nico was as talented as Taylor Swift. So I've begun to appreciate that a little bit more through a very close friend, and I may get on board that Taylor Swift bandwagon. As a matter of fact, she's doing the shows at the movie theaters. Have you heard about that?
Yep.
I'm going to one of those.
Nice. I'm saving going to one of them because when she comes back for her U.S. leg next year, I'm going to the concert. So,
All right. Well, I won't make fun of you anymore because I've been won over. I love that one. Karma, I think is the name of that song. So prop bets. Yeah, we're not advertising Taylor Swift. You don't have to support her. She's doing fine. Let's start with
that. She could support us.
Good.
Taylor's a Tennessee fan.
Yeah, she wants to toss us. Couple hundred G's, we can really blow this thing up. UTSA plus 5.5 first quarter spread. I've never seen a first quarter spread. These are the kind of bets that could get me really involved with gambling because I think it's cool, and I think I usually have a pretty good feel for how a game's going to unfold. So UTSA plus 5.5 first quarter. What does that mean?
That means that Tennessee is favored to be ahead by 5.5 at the end of the first quarter, and I say they will not be ahead by 5.5 at the end of the first quarter.
That's crazy.
Why?
Well, by the way, for those who want to know, last week Dave told me that the 1.5 spread, I bet against Tennessee on that at the end of the first quarter. Tennessee was up by 1 at the end of the first quarter, so I won. Dave lost, but
keeping receipts.
Tennessee has been a bad first quarter team this year. UTSA is still going to do what every other team is doing, which is take away the deep shot and try to control the clock if they have the ball first. It'll take Tennessee a quarter to get going. So I think just by its very nature, I'm looking at maybe a 3-0 or a 7-3 lead at the end of the first quarter for Tennessee.
Okay. The one half, I agree with you. Tennessee has started slow traditionally under Josh Heupel, and especially this year. On the other half, look how Tennessee came back from losses last year. Pounded Vanderbilt after South Carolina, pounded Missouri after Georgia. I think Tennessee comes out with a home crowd, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're up 2 touchdowns at the end of the first quarter. How about that? Elias says, gun to the head. I'm taking that bet on Tennessee. It's because you're a smart man, Elias. So as far as Caleb not taking that,
that's crazy.
Just because I love Tracy Morgan. But I'm not going to say this.
You suck, you jackass.
I've been just waiting to play that one. What's next, Caleb? Give me my next prop bet.
How did they allow that guy on a golf course? That's the big flaw in Happy Gilmore. They don't allow those hecklers on a golf course.
No, they allowed a guy with a big nail in his head, too. But anyway, it's a great
thing. He would take shooters 500 and bend it. Like he wouldn't get charged for vandalism.
Can you imagine doing one great movie and that allows you to make hundreds of subpar movies after that, which is what Adam Sandler's done? Nevertheless, next prop bet.
Okay, next prop bet. Even though I got UTSA on the first quarter spread, I've got Tennessee will be up by 11.5 on the first half spread.
So you think they come out second quarter team as they've traditionally done under Josh Heupel?
Hey now.
I agree with you.
I think they put on a show. And by the way, for those asking, we don't have individuals this week because none of the bookmakers are doing it. I think there are too many questions about health for both teams. That's why it's like that right now.
What health questions are out there for UTSA again, for those that don't know?
Their star linebacker, Trey Moore, I believe, who has 4 sacks on the year. He's out. And Frank Harris, the quarterback, is a game time decision, which will lead to the next prop bet, funny enough. But he's a game time decision. And even if he plays, he's not going to be mobile, and he's very dependent on his legs.
So to be frank, they're getting less out of more. Did you? That was good. You're not giving me any credit on that.
I love that one. That's a good one. No, Dave, I love that one.
That's off the top of my. Actually, I've been working on that. All right. Next prop bet, Caleb. Let's see what Hank Kingsley or Tracy Morgan has to say about that.
UTSA, because of the Frank Harris injury, will score less than 18.5 points.
Do you think UTSA scores less than 18.5?
Yes.
I might take
I don't think
that.
Hey now.
I might really take that at 16.5.
I might
I'm
take it
not
at
sure
13.
they get.
I like
I
what
think
Fred White said, 13.
Yeah, I think 16.5 would be the perfect number to get. That would get them to 17. I think that's where I would put the number if I were Vegas. 18.5. I love the under of them scoring. I don't think they're going to get 19 points.
No, they're not going to. I don't think so either. With their whole offense is geared behind Frank Harris's dual threat abilities. Even if he plays, he's not going to be able to run. And so Tennessee, now to be fair, I said this about Graham Mertz last week, but I think that had a lot more to do with the offense not moving the ball. And it's a much inferior team. So that's where
when we're Happy Gilmore reference, Travis on our message board, you can count on me being the parking lot shooter.
For the record, how are you going to say Waterboy wasn't a great movie after that?
Oh, it was. There were a couple, but
I mean, Ed Orgeron starred in Waterboy. He was Farmer Fran.
That's true. I always thought that he was very similar to that.